Okay, today we're going to be looking at the graph of a linear inequality. So, first of all, what's that? Well, that's the equation of a line, and so its graph will be a line. Now, if you wanted to see that in the graphing calculator, it has to be in the form y equals. So if I was going to put this in the graphing calculator, I'd subtract x from both sides. Okay. And then do zoom 6. And there's my line. Okay, so what happens if the symbol here, so that line looks something like that. What happens if the symbol here is not the equal symbol? Well, then we have an inequality. So, what if I have that? Well, it's very important that for these rules that the form of our line is going to be y by itself on the left-hand side. So when I have something like this, so here I have a line, here I will have a region. And this region will be everything above the line, strictly above. So I do not include the line, so I'm going to have to draw it dashed. But I get a region and it's infinite and it's above the line. So what do we think that's going to be? That's going to be above and on the line. So if I draw a picture of it, I include the line in boldface and the infinite region above it. So see the difference between these two? So the symbol makes a difference. What do we think that's going to be? That's going to be everything below and strictly below the line. So that will be an infinite region, and it'll be everything below. And then of course, if the symbol is that, it will be on and below. So I have to draw it boldface and below. Okay. Well, that works just fine until we get to a vertical line. That's the equation of a vertical line. It's the vertical line that goes through 5. There's that line. So what does that mean? Well, this is the only case when the region above or below doesn't have any sense, doesn't make any sense for a vertical line. So only for a vertical line, follow the arrow. And this is going to be the region to the right, strictly to the right. So we would not include the line, but we'll have an infinite region. It'll be everything to the right. What do we think that's going to be? That's going to be everything to the left, and we include the line. So the symbol is very important. So I do include the line, so it'll be solid. Okay. Also, we have to be very careful. What's that region look like? Well, if you immediately say, oh, it's going to be on and below the line, well, you had better be careful, because it's 50-50 chance you'll be wrong. You must write it to where it's y by itself on the left-hand side. Okay, to get y by itself, I need to subtract 2x. Does subtracting change the direction of the arrow? No, it doesn't. So if I subtract 2x from both sides, I get that. I do not have y by itself. I have negative y. So how do I get y by itself? I negate both sides. So change the sign of every term, or divide every term by -1, or multiply every term by -1, negate. It all means the same thing. What happens when you multiply everything by the same negative number? What happens to the area if you divide everything by the same negative number? What happens to the arrow if you negate? It changes, it flips. So if I change the sign of every term, I flip the arrow. And so now I'm just going to write this with the positive term out the front. So the region that I need, if it's given to you like this, the region that we need is going to be on and above. Now, where is that line? Let's look at the line. So I'm going to press Y equal. I'm going to clear out my old one, and 2x minus 4, and just do a zoom 6. There it is. If I want to see some points, I can see 0, negative 4, and 2, 0. Okay, so it's doing that. Okay, so that's the line, and I include the line because of the symbol there. So I went on the line and above. So that's what that region will look like. Okay, what about that? What is the line y equals 6? What does that look like? It's the horizontal line that goes through 6 on the y-axis. Y greater than 6, we do not want the line, so I have to draw it dashed, but I want everything above. Okay, so that's enough, and you guys practice some of the problems on your own now.